I still remember the sound of your footsteps running through my doubts.
You laughed like the world hadn't hurt you yet, and I believed it wouldn't hurt us too.
We were writing promises in the dark, calling them stars.
Tracing futures on each other's skin, like nothing could pull us apart. You said love was a shelter
from storms. I said I'd never leave.
Two hearts standing wide open, too brave to see what was beneath.
And every word felt holy then,
Every touch felt true.
we didn't know forever breaks.
We thought it only grew.
Oh, we learned forever the hard way.
We held it too tight in our hands. Thought love was a promise that stayed, not a fire that burns what it can. We learned forever the hard way. Believed it would never fall through. But forever was only a moment, and that moment
Was you? I see your face in every almost,
every road I didn't take, every song that starts with hope and ends with what we couldn't say. We try to grow without the pain, pretended cracks were art. But love doesn't ask permission before it tears you apart.
You looked at me like you were leaving.
Before you ever said goodbye.
We learned forever the hard way.
When silence filled the room,
You taught me love can feel like heaven,
then disappear like fumes.
we learned forever the hard way.
I still feel you when I breathe.
Forever wasn't time together.
It was what you took from me. If I could go back to that night, I wouldn't change a thing, because loving you broke me open and taught my heart to sing.
We didn't lose forever.
We just survived it.
We didn't lose forever. I hear you in the choir, even when the world is loud. You're not here, but you're living in the spaces you left behind.
Every breath I take reminds me of the way you said my name, like it meant something permanent, like it wouldn't fade.
Your ghost doesn't knock anymore. It just walks right in, sits beside me in the dark. like we never ended.
I try to wash you from my skin, but love doesn't rinse away. It stains the deepest part of you and quietly decides to stay.
I see you in unfamiliar faces, hear you in strangers' laps. Every road I swear I'm done with pulls me running back. I don't reach for you anymore, but my heart still does. And I don't say your name out loud, but it's echoes in my blood. You're the echo in my heartbeat, the shadow in my veins. I don't miss who you are now, I miss who I became. You're the fire I didn't choose, still burning when it's done. I don't need you to survive, but I feel you in my blood. Still in my blood. I've learned how to smile again, but it feels rehearsed, like I'm playing someone healed in a universe where it still hurts.
I don't cry when I see your face, I just go numb instead, like my heart learned how to freeze so it wouldn't break again.
They say time is a healer, but it just taught me how to hide, how to carry love like a secret, buried deep inside.
You don't own my future now, but you still haunt my past. You're the echo in my heartbeat, the thunder under skin. Every time I swear I'm free, you will pull me back again. You're the truth I never escape, the war I never won. I don't bleed when you're not here, but I feel you in my blood.
Maybe one day I'll wake up and your name won't feel like home, but tonight I live with echoes of a love that's in my bones.
You're the echo in my heartbeat, the thunder under skin. Every time I swear I'm free, you pull me back again. You're the truth I never escape, the war I never won. I don't bleed when you're not here, but I feel you in my blood. We were standing on the edge of something, calling it fate, calling it brave, looking down at all the reasons we should have walked away. You held my hand like an anchor, but I was already falling. Love doesn't warn you before it breaks, it just keeps calling. We tried to make peace with the silence, pretended distance was strength, but every mile between our bodies put a weight on every breath. You said we'll survive this storm, I said we'll still falling. I watch you drift away from me while standing by my side. Your eyes were already leaving, even while you lied. I beg the universe for mercy, for something I could blame. But sometimes love just runs out and no one's at fault to name. I felt myself grow smaller, trying to make you stay, cutting pieces of my soul away so you wouldn't walk away. We were stars with too much weight, burning just to feel alive. Gravity didn't save us, it showed us what was real. Every dream we tried to lift was too heavy to conceive. Gravity didn't save us, we hit the truth too fast. You can't love someone forward when they're already in the past. We didn't fail at loving, we just learned we couldn't fly. Some hearts aren't meant for heaven, they're meant to survive the fall. The room was louder than it looked. Every wall heard what we didn't say. You stood right in front of me, but you were already far away. The air felt sharp like broken glass. Every word cut when it fell. I knew something was ending before you rang that final bell. You didn't raise your voice that night. You didn't slam the door. You just stopped reaching for my hand, like you didn't need it anymore. Your eyes were tired of hoping. Your heart was done with trying. And I realized in that moment, love can die without crying. I searched your face for something, anything that felt like us, but all I found was distance and a silence I couldn't trust. I would have fought if there was fire, but you brought the cold instead. There was a night love turned cold, not angry, not loud, just distant and old. There was a night I lost you, standing right by my side. No goodbye, no warning, just a freeze in your eyes. Cold asked if we could fix it. You said I don't know how. Those words still haunt me, even now. I would have rebuilt the wreckage, bled truth into the cracks, but you were already packing a future I couldn't track. I felt my chest go hollow, like winter moved inside. Love didn't break my heart that night, it left it frozen wide. Tell me how to fight for someone who's already gone. That was the night love turned cold, when warmth became a crime. You erased our tomorrow, 1 second at a time. That was the night I learned silence can destroy. You didn't need to leave me to make me feel destroyed. Some goodbye screen, ours froze.
I tried loving someone new, but my heart rejected the change. It only knows the shape of you and every version of your name. I told myself this pain was growth, that suffering meant I was strong, but healing doesn't hurt like this. This feels like something wrong. I keep reopening the wound just to feel you close, running back to memories I already know. I drink the poison slowly, call it closure, call it truth. If pain's the price of loving you, I'll pay it through and through. I'd rather hate than forget, rather burn than move on, because numb feels like betrayal and hurting means you're still gone. I don't want peace, I want proof that what we had was real. If I bleed, let it be you, not the echo of your ghost. I don't want a gentle ending, I want the truth the most. If I break, let it be honest, let it tear me in two. If this love has to kill me, then let it be you. Please let it hurt, please let it hurt. I watch your life from a distance, like I'm not part of the past. You look lighter without me, and that truth cuts fast. I hate that I still want you, hate that I understand that loving you was never safe, but I still reach my hand. I learned how to hurt myself with thoughts I can't control. I turn your absence into night and call it having a soul. I don't know who I am without this pain to hold. If I bleed, let it be you. I don't want a clean escape, I don't want to heal too fast and erase every mistake. If I fall, let it destroy me, let the truth come through. If loving you was my worst sin, then let it be you. Oh, oh, 'cause I miss you. I bleed 'cause I loved you, and part of me still does.
There's a silence after burning that no one warns you about. When the flames are finally gone, but the heat is still around. I walk through what we used to be, like ruins after rain, touching walls we built with love, still warm inside the pain. They say time turns fire to ashes, like it erases the truth. But ashes still remember everything they went through. Every fight, every promise, every night we stayed awake. Love doesn't disappear, it just changes shape. I packed away our photographs, but I kept the scars. You don't forget the way it felt to be someone's home and heart. I don't burn like I used to, but I still feel the smoke. I should still remember fire, even when the flames are gone. I don't ache like I'm breaking, but the memory still burns on. I should still remember fire, every spark, every scream. We were real, we were reckless, we were more than just a dream. I don't hate you like before, I don't beg the dark to lie. I just sit with what remains and let the moment pass me by. There was beauty in the chaos, even truth in our mistakes. Not every ending is a failure, some are lessons that we take. I learned how deep my heart could go, how hard it learned to stay, and even when it's shattered, it's still loved anyway. I won't curse what once saved me, just because it didn't last. I should still remember fire, but they don't beg for flame. I don't need you to define me, I survived the burning pain. I should still remember fire, but I'm stronger in the cold. I don't live inside the ending, I live in what it showed. Some loves don't last forever, but they change you for life.
I don't wait with your name anymore, but it lingers in the corners of my mind.
The nights are quiet and now it's somehow not empty. Love doesn't leave quietly. It reshapes, it lingers, it whispers. I'm learning how to live with echoes that used to tear me apart.
I see the light in morning coffee, and I hear you in the rain.
Memories aren't chains anymore, they're lessons wrapped in pain.
We built walls from our own heartbreak, but cracks let sunlight through.
I'm learning that what was lost still breathes somewhere in you.
I don't hate you, I don't crave you, I just hold what we were and let it breathe. Oh, love doesn't die,
It changes, it grows where it can't remain. It leaves fingerprints on the soul, even when it walks away. Love doesn't die, it changes, it whispers instead of screams. It reshapes who we are,
it lives in all our dreams. Oh,
it changes. Love, it changes.
I walk through streets where we once laughed and smiled at shadows instead. I no longer wish for the past, I just honor what we said.
The scars are faint but alive, a map of how we survived. Love left a mark, not a grave, and I'm still learning how to thrive. I forgive the quiet,
I forgive the fall.
love still lives, it just changed its course. Love doesn't die, it changes, it grows where it can't remain. It leaves fingerprints on the soul, even when it walks away. Love doesn't die, it changes, it whispers instead of screams. It reshapes who we are, it lives in all our I don't need to hold it, I just feel it in my veins. Love doesn't die, it only changes.
I don't speak your name anymore, but the memory still trembles in me. I watched your absence linger and learn the hardest kind of peace.
Some truths don't need to be shouted, some wounds don't need revenge. I forgave you quietly before I even forgave myself.
You left like the wind, no warning, no fight. I traced the empty spaces where your touch used to reside.
I could have screamed, I could have blamed, I could flinching at the pain. I saw your face in reflections and smiled without shame.
I no longer need your words to validate the past. I hold the lesson softly and let the hurt unfast.
Forgiveness is not weakness, it's a quiet kind of fire, burning all the chains so I can climb higher.
I let go of what could have been. I let go of the need to fight.
I forgave you in silence and finally felt light.
I forgave you in silence, not because it was easy, but because carrying anger would have buried me completely.
I forgave you in silence because love deserves closure, even if it's only inside where no one else can see.
I don't need to speak it.
I only need to feel it. I forgave you in silence, and finally I am free. I am free. I loved you until the stars went out, until the night swallowed our names. I traced your shadow across the sky and wondered if it would ever fade. Every heartbeat was a drum, every sigh a storm. I knew love could burn me alive, but I still reached for it. We ran through fire, hand in hand, every word a spark, every kiss a promise that couldn't last. I saw our reflection in broken glass, 1,000 pieces of who we were, and still I held on even though the world told me not to. Even in ashes, I felt your warmth. Even in darkness, I saw your light. Love is a flame that refuses to die quietly. When love burns the sky tonight, let it light my way home.
fires, bright, fleeting, unstoppable. Even when falling, we lit the impossible. When love